Dad's voice was sharp enough to cut glass. "Get out, you lowlife." His finger jabbed toward the door, the veins in his neck bulging like I'd committed a crime. Mom stood behind him, arms folded, eyes cold, as if I wasn't their child, but some stranger who'd wandered in to ruin their lives. "Uneducated trash," she spat, like the words themselves were poison in her mouth. I didn't flinch. I didn't argue. I just nodded once, slow, like I'd been expecting this moment for years. "Okay," I said. No tears, no begging. They thought they were ending me. They had no idea I'd already won. Backstory setup. I used to think love from family was unconditional, but in my house, affection was transactional. Good grades? You got a smile. Fail once? You got silence. When I dropped out of college to build my first company, they didn't see ambition. They saw failure. They told me I'd ruined my future, that no one would want me, that I'd end up working in some greasy diner until I died. I swallowed it all, the insults, the shame. I let them believe they'd broken me. The truth? While they laughed behind my back, I was building something they couldn't even imagine. Discovery of betrayal. 2 weeks before that night, I overheard them talking in the kitchen. They thought I was asleep upstairs. "She's a drain," Dad said. "She'll never be anything. We should just cut her off completely." Mom agreed. "Let her hit rock bottom. Maybe then she'll learn." That's when I knew. They didn't just doubt me. They wanted me to fail. Not for my sake, for their pride. I stood in the hallway, hidden in the dark, listening to the people who were supposed to protect me plot my humiliation. It didn't hurt the way I thought it would. It ignited something colder, sharper. Shift in mindset. The plan begins. I didn't storm in. I didn't confront them. Instead, I started preparing. I moved my money, all 20 million of it, into an account they couldn't trace. I lined up movers. I booked a one-way ticket to Florida. My penthouse there wasn't just a home, it was proof. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the ocean, marble floors that caught the sunlight, an office where I signed deals worth more than they'd earn in 10 lifetimes. I decided I wouldn't just leave. I'd let them believe they'd won. Because the sweetest revenge isn't shouting, "I told you so." It's making them realize they were wrong without me saying a single word. Execution of the plan. The night they kicked me out, I walked upstairs, packed 2 bags, and left the rest. Didn't even take the photo albums. They'd never looked at them anyway. I checked into a hotel for the night. The next morning, my movers met me at storage and shipped my things to Florida. By noon, I was standing barefoot on the warm sand outside my beach house, the Atlantic wind tugging at my hair, my phone buzzing with messages from business partners in 3 different time zones. Not a single message from my parents. Perfect. 3 weeks later, climax build-up. I was sipping coffee on my balcony when the call came. A strange number. I answered anyway. It was Mom. Her voice was different, shaky, almost sweet. "Honey, can we talk?" I could hear Dad in the background murmuring something. They needed something. Turns out, Dad's foolproof investment had tanked. They'd lost almost everything, and now they were worried about the future. Translation? They were broke. "Maybe you could help us out," Mom said, carefully, like she was asking for sugar from a neighbor, not money from the daughter they'd thrown away. I didn't answer right away. I let the silence stretch, the waves crashing behind me filling the space. "You called me uneducated trash," I said finally, my voice calm. "You told me to get out, remember?" She stammered, "We didn't mean—" "You meant every word." I walked back inside, through my sunlit living room, my bare feet whispering over imported marble. I picked up a framed photo from the shelf, me smiling at 17, before I realized love had terms and conditions. "I have $20 million," I said, each syllable deliberate, "and not a single cent of it will ever touch your hands." The line went dead silent. I could almost hear the moment they realized the scale of their mistake. I put the phone down. No satisfaction in yelling, no victory in dragging it out. They didn't deserve my rage. They deserved the weight of knowing they had destroyed their own safety net, and that I was thriving without them. I stepped back onto the balcony, the sea stretching endlessly ahead. For the first time in years, I felt light. Sometimes revenge isn't fireworks. Sometimes it's the quiet click of a door that never opens for them again.